Madeline! What on earth are you doing? No way. Mom, you're not going to answer me either? Get over here! Quit shouting! You said you were coming here to eat, so what are you doing right now? Look, we don't want to eat. Can't you see that? You're just antagonizing us for no reason. Why do you keep bothering me when I'm trying to spend time with my son's wife? You think I'm antagonizing you? I have been calling Madeline so many times. She hasn't answered once, and I've been worried sick. Besides, what do you mean that you want to spend time with her? She's not out here with you anyways. Of course, she must be sleeping right now. She needs her rest. Obviously, that's why she hasn't answered you. No, she hasn't left her room for 5 hours. Why would she just be sleeping when you said you were taking her out to eat? I'm normally home at this time on a Saturday to take care of her and spend time with her, but I had to work this week. You should be watching after her and the baby, Mom. Oh, stop shouting! Let's sit down and eat, okay? I was boiling some stew in the kitchen for her to eat. I'm sure it will be so delicious. Can't you smell it? Mom, I am 10 years older than her, and I'm just trying to look after her and my brother, okay? She's being extremely immature about not sending her son to a specific school. Let's eat. If I don't eat soon, I'm going to die of starvation. Did you not listen to me earlier when I said let's eat? You make me so mad sometimes. There you go again. Losing your temper and yelling at your old mom. She is sleeping. I told you. Don't be rude and just sit down for a bit, okay? Okay, you're right. I'm sorry. I'm just worried about her. Enjoy your meal. Make yourself at home and enjoy some too. Did you even eat anything today? I doubt it. You know it's not good for you to skip meals. Let's dig in. Has Dad been eating with you lately? Of course he has. He took Sam out to run some errands and have some bonding time. Oh, really? If Madeline is still here, but she let Sam go with Dad, then where's Aaron? Yes, of course. She needs to rest. I'm not sure where your brother is. He's just not home right now. So Dad took Sam with him? Won't he struggle to go on errands with him? He's 2, so he's at that age where he can do better in public. He took a nap early today, so I'm sure he'll be fine. Besides, he likes spending his time with his grandpa. Oh, my. Madeline, you haven't left your room all day. We already ate dinner together and we haven't heard a sound from your room the whole time. Did you eat anything today? I'm getting ready to leave and now you're finally coming out of your room. My mom made the stew you like. It was delicious. I'm sure you'll love it. Make sure you eat some before bed, okay? I really want to make sure you are doing okay. I've been trying to hang out with you more, but you haven't responded to my calls or texts. Call me later and we can talk to each other. I don't want you to regret your decision to stop speaking to me. Elise, please don't let them send Sam to the preschool down the road. It's horrible. What are you going to do about it? Elise, I really don't want him to go there. Please. Okay, then I can take him to the one close to my house. You both stay with me during the week anyway. I think we need to get him enrolled soon, though. The deadline is approaching and you're going to go back to school. Yes, he needs to get into a good preschool so that he's smart and successful. I don't want him going to a poor school in a poor area. Well, you don't have much of a choice in that. I'm not married and I don't have any kids, so I can help take care of you both. But you have to take some responsibility for your son. I found a nicer preschool nearby that he could attend when he's of age, but it's a lottery system and there's a chance he won't get in. Oh, really? That sounds complicated. One of my coworkers is a working mom and she gave me a lot of advice on how to take care of kids. Maybe you could meet up with her sometime and ask her questions. She said it's best to not have kids if you don't have the money to support them. I feel like I see so many people nowadays with a lot of kids and very little money. It's a really tough situation that I don't want to be in, but I'm going to support you through it. That's why you guys are staying with me in the first place. Ugh! You are so annoying. My parents planned well. They just don't have any work right now. Of course they don't have a ton of money. Oh, yeah, sure, they planned well. Both of your parents are unemployed. They could get jobs, but they don't want to.
Yes, they are unemployed. There's nothing they can do about it, though. Not right now, at least.
What are you talking about? You shouldn't be making excuses for them. You're too young for that. They should be supporting you through this situation. They said they would support you and pay for everything, and now they can't help you because they've burned through all of their savings.
Well, it's not my fault my parents are irresponsible. You know I really wanted to become a stay-at-home mom. I thought having a son would make all of my dreams come true.
I know you wanted that, but in order to be a stay-at-home mom, you have to have a spouse or someone else who can take care of you financially. And Aaron is not that person.
So, you have to send him to the private school. Please.
I don't have any extra money to spend on a nice school for him. You two will need to fund that yourselves. If you want to go there, you and Aaron need to get real jobs.
Well, couldn't I just use our allowance then?
What allowance?
Your parents have been giving us an allowance each month since we are out of work. It's the least you could do.
I'm not giving you an allowance. I don't have money for it. You need to get a job and start providing for you and Sam. The same goes for Aaron.
Oh, come on. You have to send him to that school.
I know it's important to you, but I just can't afford it. Maybe I can help you save up and you can focus on work for the time being. After you get some money and Sam goes into elementary school, your schedule will be more flexible.
Oh, come on. All of my friends are sending their children to this preschool. It's not that expensive. I have to send him there. He has to go.
Madeline, it's a case-by-case situation. I'm sure that your friends who are sending their kids to that school actually have jobs. Or at least they have someone in their life who is supporting them and paying for it. Your family was rich and now your parents have blown through all of their savings. I know it is hard for you to accept, but you have to understand that I am not rich. Our parents are not rich. We cannot afford the lavish lifestyle you are used to. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That even if I wanted to send you there, I couldn't afford it. I don't have a good answer for you. I'm sorry. There's no perfect way for us to live. Am I right?
I don't know about that.
Madeline, you guys are going to have to accept that this is your new reality.
Well, I at least want him to go to the nicer preschool. I don't want him hanging out with other poor kids.
He's only 2. It does not need to be the fanciest place in the world. He's not going to remember it anyway. There's one across the street from my place you could send him to. He can stay until about 2 or 3 p.m., and that gives you plenty of time to work in the morning. I think that is the best option right now.
Seriously? This is so unfair.
I'm sorry. You need to take some responsibility for your actions and recognize that your situation is one that you and Aaron chose. Oh, and there's a big library nearby, too. You can go there to study if you want to start applying for scholarships. They have a free kids' play area so you can let Sam play. If you're going to stay with me at my place, you're going to have to put in some work. I want to give you as much as I can, but that's only so much, you know? Oh, and the library I mentioned is hiring. They have a nice coffee shop. I have some coupons I can give you. You can drink coffee and get discounted breakfast when you work, and you can check out any books you'd like. Plus, you'll be able to take Sam to read-alongs and other fun educational opportunities. Doesn't that sound so nice?
Do you even know how hard it is to have a kid when you're not married and have no one to support you?
Of course it's hard. You're literally trying to raise a whole person. But you know what? That was your decision, and now you have a beautiful son. There's nothing you can do about it now. You'll do better once you have your own income and you can support you and him on your own. It's no one's decision but your own. He is your son. Would you want me to force you to take care of my kid? Or tell you to spend your hard-earned money on their school? How would you like it if I moved into your house and expected you to pay for everything? You would hate it. I am happy to help you, but you need to realize that you're going to have to start being more responsible.
You have no idea what you're talking about. I am stressed out of my mind. It was hard to raise him while I went to community college. It was so difficult. It was even worse the first year because Aaron was away. Plus, my mom was the one who took care of him most of the time. I'm not confident I can do this all on my own. I just want him to go to a good school and to get a good education. I want him to have a great life. So I am stressed, okay? That's why I'm asking you what I should do.
You're really that stressed?
Why wouldn't I be?
I don't know.
Your apartment is small. There are only 2 rooms. One for you and one for Sam, Aaron, and me. I never get a break or have any privacy. Of course I'm stressed.
Madeline, I'm always out of the house. I'm constantly working. We hardly see each other. You usually come over here to my parents' house anyways. I know it's hard for you. I don't know how hard it is because I've never been in your situation. If I'm the only one working in the house, we can never improve the situation. You will continue to be dependent. If you start saving up, in a few years you can get your own place.
How am I supposed to do that? I'll have to pay all the bills.
Well, I gave you $20,000 to start building up your savings, right? That's a good start.
$20,000 is nothing. How am I supposed to buy a house with that money?
You're not supposed to buy a house. You could rent an apartment. Where's my brother anyways? I haven't seen him in days. Tell him he needs to get his life together and get a job.
Oh, he had a job but got laid off. He just hasn't found a new position yet. I'm waiting until he's ready to get us a place.
Madeline, I don't think you understand. I'm a lot older than you and I've seen a lot of relationships. I'm 11 years older than you, okay? I'm 32. When I was 25, I finally saved up enough to get myself a nice car. No loan, all paid up front. I'm not married. I don't have any kids. I've worked hard for my money, but I am not going to give it all to you just because you're in a tough situation. I wanted to help you out by giving you that money. It was a gift from me to you. You need to get a job. It doesn't have to be full-time. It can be part-time. I don't care. But you have to work. And my little brother, he is a leech. He hasn't worked hard for anything. He's always been the type to mooch off of others. He needs to get a job too. If you don't like my rules, you can get out of my house and figure it out on your own.
I told you I want him to go to the private school.
Oh, stop bickering. It's like hearing you and your brother argue when you were teenagers. I wanted to enjoy my evening watching my favorite reality show, and you two had to start arguing and shouting. I would rather you go argue outside. Quit ruining my evening.
I said I want him to go to the private preschool.
Why are you acting like this? You are so shameless, you know that? If you want him to go to that school, get a job and fund it yourself. No way. She really said that. I think she has been so immature. I would not put up with that kind of attitude. Here we are trying to enjoy our brunch and she's calling you and texting you relentlessly about this? She is seriously so immature. I can't keep putting up with this anymore. You heard what I said, right? She is so immature. I can't believe you're actually putting up with her. She is so entitled and acts like she deserves whatever she wants without having to put in any work. I wasn't very nice to her either. I could have been more mature in the situation. I'm just super annoyed by everything. That's all. I was surprised you wanted to come here today. You don't usually like to drink coffee. Last night I was talking to her. Well, arguing with her. I was so mad I couldn't sleep, so I decided I need some coffee and a huge breakfast. I get it. Didn't you say she complained you didn't get them any food this morning or something? Yeah, she was angry that I didn't pick them up from McDonald's before coming here. That's why she's been blowing up my phone. Don't do anything else for her, dude. How many times have I told you this is a bad idea? If you keep acting like a doormat, letting her run your life, she's never going to stop. Before you know it, you're going to be the one raising her son. She should be kind to you and grateful for all you've done. It's one thing for you to give them a temporary place to stay, but to have you pay for their child's school? To make you give them an allowance? That sounds outrageous to me. I know it's outrageous, but I'm not trying to give everything she wants to her. I'm just trying to help her out, you know? This isn't the first time she's been ungrateful for something you've done for her, you know. She should be thankful. You're just being used as a doormat. You know that, don't you? You're like 10 years older than her and you still can't see it. You're 32 years old. Why in the world would you let her keep walking over you like this? Honestly, it's frustrating to watch. I know, you're right. Ever since she's had this baby, I've been stressed for her. I mean, not really for her, but for the baby. Sometimes she doesn't feed him and they don't seem to care about him at all. She's the one who gave birth to him, and she made the choice to keep him. She should be taking care of him better. I mean, she wanted to get into a good university and pursue some big career, didn't she? But as soon as she finished high school, she got pregnant. That's fine, but that was her decision. She was the one who chose to have unprotected sex and decided to keep the baby. She should have known that it would be stressful.
Oh, I'm sure it was an accident. She didn't know she was pregnant until she was a few weeks along. It must have been scary.
I get that, but still. She couldn't have thought it would be so easy to have a child so early. But you know, there's nothing that can be done about it now. Can't your parents help them if they really need it? I mean, they seem really eager to help Madeline in the first place. It's their first grandbaby.
Well, my mom wanted to, but she won't be able to now. My dad hurt his hand pretty badly, and he's still unable to do everything by himself. I think he's been having his friend drive him around everywhere whenever he needs to go somewhere. Plus, they're getting old and are supposed to be happily retired. I don't want them to have to raise young children for a second time. That's why I told them not to worry and told them I would handle everything on my own.
Girl, I'm sorry to hear about your dad's hand, but I'm seriously starting to worry about your mentality.
What do you mean?
Well, your parents couldn't take them in, so why do you have to? You're the kind of person to give all of your food to someone else who's hungry, even if you're feeling hungry yourself. You said that Madeline and Aaron have no money saved, right? If you just take care of everything on your own, how will they learn? I think they both need a wake-up call. They need to get jobs ASAP and find their own place to live.
They said they're having a hard time finding work.
All of these fast food places are hiring. They could find work if they really wanted to. I saw that Walmart and Target are both hiring. So is Starbucks and McDonald's. They aren't the most fun or well-paying jobs, but it's better than nothing. Especially because it gives them the chance to save up money and look for better work opportunities.
I would be a lot harsher if it weren't for Sam. He's just a kid. I can't fully understand what it's like for them to be going through this.
Elise, you make it seem like you've never experienced any hardships. After you got into that car accident and had a miscarriage, you came home and went straight to work. That was, what, 2 years ago? You could have stopped living your normal life. No one would have blamed you. But you used it as a chance to earn money, take care of your parents, and build up your savings. You even earned enough money to send off to your brother and his family. At that time, you felt like taking care of everyone around you was your responsibility. You always feel like it's your responsibility. But it's not.
I don't think it's a bad thing for me to want to take care of my family. I thought your parents raised you to be a compassionate and caring person. That's how mine raised me. I just thought it was the right thing to do. Because I lost my child, I wanted to care for the rest of my family.
I understand where you're coming from, and I'm not saying you're wrong. I just think that there is a point where you start to do too much. Stuff that's not your responsibility. Additionally, that was when your brother was deployed in Germany, wasn't it? So you felt a bigger obligation to care for everyone.
Then what do you expect me to do, Addie? I'm trying to earn enough money now to put towards my retirement, pay off my student debt, and help take care of my parents. I have to give them money. It's not something I can just ignore and not do. I don't want to leave my parents hanging, especially now that they've run into more health issues. You know how expensive hospitals are. You know how hard I've been working.
I know. You told me you were trying to help them pay for their medical bills. You're a good daughter. But I'm just worried about you. Because now you're financially trying to care for yourself, your parents, and your niece, and her family. Please listen to my advice soon, okay? Maybe you just need some more time to think about it. That's fine. But please consider it. If it makes you feel better, just give them some cash and tell them to get out.
Honey, I'm telling you I can't work on that.
Why are you being like this again? Sweetie, please!
Oh, I give up. My body doesn't work like it used to. Both of my hands and legs are in horrible shape.
Oh dear.
Tell him that if he really wants someone to do it, he should just do it himself. Whether he needs me to write something down, run an errand, or anything else, I won't do it.
Honey, why are you bringing this up again when you know it's just going to upset you? Can't you let it go?
I I told Aaron that I wouldn't be able to do much for him since I am injured and feeling unwell. But he said that he can't do anything without my help.
You shouldn't be doing anything for him in your condition. You should be getting more rest and worrying about yourself, not him.
He always wants me to take him to the gym or the market and expects me to pay for him too. What a lousy son we have. I've been doing all of this for him for months now, and he never seems to appreciate me. Every day I take him places and buy him stuff. I'm fed up. Last time he told me to come in with him because his friend was busy and wasn't there to keep him company. I told him I was tired and I don't like to go to the gym much anymore because of my old age. He told me to pick up a weight for his next set, so I did, and that's how I hurt my wrist.
I remember you telling me about that. He didn't seem to care much about your injury. You seem exhausted, dear.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have plenty of energy left. I'm worried because he needs to do better. If he keeps being this dependent, he'll never get hired again. He doesn't seem to have any motivation to make a good life for himself, his wife, or his daughter and her family. There's no point in comparing him to Elise because they have so little in common.
I know, honey. You're right. You are right. Did you hear back from your boss? Will they let you come back to work?
No, I'm not physically fit enough for the grocery store anymore. I can't lift anything and they need me to unload heavy inventory. I don't last more than 15 minutes of unloading the truck before I need a break. Now I've got this injury and there's nothing for me to do anymore. I give up!
Maybe things will get better now that Aaron, Madeline, and Sam will move in with Elise. We can finally relax.
I doubt that will make our lives more relaxing.
What did you just say?
Oh, Aaron, what I was trying to say was...
Stop bumbling like a fool and speak properly.
What I was trying to say to you was...
Oh, forget it. I know what you were trying to say. You're trying to put a wedge between me and my family. I think you're trying to ruin my relationship with my sister. You don't act like a proper wife or mother at all. When I got home, all I heard from my sister was that we are both bums and need to grow up and get jobs.
She said all of that to me. She told me that I'm lazy and need to work and that I need a reality check. It was so embarrassing.
Why did she tell you to get a job?
You know that I want to get into a good university, don't you? I got pregnant when I was starting my associate's degree after a gap year, and then I couldn't transfer to a bigger university for a bachelor's. We didn't have a real wedding ceremony like I wanted and just eloped after we found out I was pregnant. Then you were deployed to Germany for 10 months. Ever since you finished serving, you've been different. You don't seem to care much about me or Sam and don't seem interested in getting a job. We moved back in with your parents and now with your big sister. Do you know how embarrassing that is? All of my friends have moved out of their parents' house except for me. Most of my friends who are married had nice ceremonies and memorable days. When they ask me how everything is going, I don't want to tell them the truth. Now all of my friends are in university and are about to graduate with their bachelor degrees. I'm jealous. Now I'm being told I should get a job at the library or a fast food restaurant. Does that sound fair to you?
That's why we moved in with my family, so that you don't have to work or feel bad about it.
Well, I want to go to school. I can't do that with this kid weighing me down and zero funds.
Let's be honest with ourselves here. You've been begging me and my sister to send Sam to some fancy private daycare for quality education when in reality, you just want to have a certain status. Don't you think that's a little much?
We can pay her back. We can pay her back someday.
When?
If he starts going to school, we can have more time to ourselves. I can go back to school, get my degree, and get a good job. Then I'll be guaranteed to get a good salary.
I don't think you understand how the world works, sweetie. That would mean that for about 3 years, we would live off of my sister and then pay her back later.
Come on! You started earning some money, didn't you? You don't have to go back to school and you can start saving money faster.
No, I want to go to university too. I need to go back. I never finished anything.
No way. So now you're saying you deserve to go to university more than I do? We can't both go.
Well, if you get to go back to school, I should get to work an easy part-time job. We can figure that out. But you know what? If you're really serious about sending Sam to that stupid school, we need to secure his spot soon. Elise is going to help us, but I don't know if we can convince her to send him there. I'm not going to do what she's been telling me to, and you shouldn't either, okay?
I get it. I won't. We can figure this out. Let's just try to stay on her good side as we start living with her. It's only our first week in her place after all.
What did you say?
I mean, if we get on her bad side, she might kick us out. Plus, with the state of the economy, I feel like most people aren't in a rush to move out of their own anymore.
We don't have to do everything she says. She's only at home when she sleeps. She works nearly every day. She says she's usually gone on the weekends, too.
Exactly! She's not here during the day. Plus, she doesn't eat at the house either. She usually buys food and coffee out of the house. We can live how we want during the day without her knowing. We just have to pretend like we are following her rules. There are only 4 of us staying in the house, and we can come over to your parents' house anytime, right? There are plenty of ways for us to hide from her. I think you look so depressed nowadays. I'm worried about you and your mood.
I feel like the apartment is too small for us to really get away with anything.
Do you have any pride, Aaron? We can't get our own house and neither of us work. We need to stay with her for the next 3 years for us to live out our dreams, right? So we need to make this work. I don't want us to end up like my parents. Broken living without savings. We have to do this right.
Elise, are you still awake?
Yeah, I'm still awake. What's up?
Shouldn't you be asleep by now? You have to get up early for work.
Yeah, I should. I usually get to bed right about now.
Would you be willing to go get a drink with me? I know a wing place that has some great fries. Hi, what's up? I just miss hanging out with you and want to chat for a bit. I'll buy the drinks.
Okay. Fine, we can go. Put Sam to bed and let Madeline get to sleep, and then we can go. Babe, why don't you talk to her about this later? It's already really late.
It's okay. I want to speak to her about it. You go to bed.
So you guys really don't want to send him to the facility near my house? It's a really good preschool.
We decided we would prefer to send him to a different daycare center.
I mean, I'm glad you finally dropped the idea of going to the private preschool, but are you sure this is the best option? It's kind of far from my house. He's only 2 right now. He doesn't have to go to a fancy school. I think the place across the street is the best option. You don't need to send him to this overpriced daycare.
When you were young, you went to a really nice preschool. Don't you remember? I understand that you don't want us to waste our money, but he's our son. We decided not to send him to a private preschool, and we're sending him to a nicer daycare instead.
I just think that you're not thinking this through fully.
Elise, you know that I can take care of my family, don't you? I literally served our country for 2 years while I had a family. You don't need to worry about me because I am determined to care for my family.
If you really feel that way, you need to start showing it. Actions speak louder than words. And right now, your actions say you're not ready to be an independent adult.
Well, that's why Dad was helping me out and giving us an allowance. He wanted us to get a head start.
He's in his 60s now. He shouldn't be worrying about you anymore. He deserves a peaceful retirement, and instead he was working extra to support you. He told me you haven't been doing anything to pay him back up until now. Why are you suddenly speaking like you're going to magically change your behavior?
Why are you turning this into an argument? I just wanted to come here and have a nice chat, and now you're accusing me of doing something wrong.
You've been unemployed for like 8 months now, dude. You've been staying with me since then. For 8 months! And neither of you thought to get a job? That's shocking.
Why are you being so harsh towards me? You're not in charge of me. There is nothing you can force me to do. You're not my parent and I am not your child. I know I need to work and I don't need you to force me to do so. Why are you being so rude to Madeline? She hasn't done anything wrong, but when I came home, she was nearly in tears. Do you want to kick us out and force us to live on the streets? I don't think you do. It's your house, yes, but it's our lives. Yeah, but now you're saying you want to borrow money from me and our parents. You're going to have to pay us all back. You're already in a lot of debt to Mom and Dad. I've had to help you get out of some payments before. I don't want you to end up in piles of debt. You're still so young. Have you ever thought about why I'm being harsh? I'm trying to protect you. Yeah, I get it. I understand. But if you think about it, I don't really owe them that much. I only stayed in their house for a little while and I was very helpful around there. You might have your own apartment, but you don't own our family's house. If you don't want us living with you, we'll move back into the house. Aaron, I don't think you understand. That is my house. I bought it for Mom and Dad, but it's in my name. When they pass away, I will get the house because my name is on the title. No way. It's Mom and Dad's house. You can't control who lives there and who gets to receive it when they die. It's my house, too. It's the family house. Who are you to tell me I can't live there anymore? I'm not telling you that you can't live there because you're already living in my apartment. Now you are both stressing me out because you seem to make everything about yourselves. Are you saying you're not normally stressed? Because you're always worried about work. Why are you acting like you're so high and mighty? You got divorced a few years ago, didn't you? You didn't have a perfect marriage either. After the accident, he couldn't stand to stay with you. That's why you had to split up. Aaron! What? My marriage was not like yours. We knew each other for a long time, dated, and fell in love. Your marriage was sudden, and I'm sure it was just in response to finding out she was pregnant. When I had the miscarriage, life got hard for both of us, and we were both depressed. I started to live my life again, and he couldn't go outside. I became so obsessed with work that I never spent time with him anymore. That's why we had to split up. Sure, that's the reason why you two split. You're the one who asked me to come here to eat and drink with you. Why did you bring me here? You told me you wanted to chat and now you're just pissing me off. What do you want from me? Elise. What? Just answer my question. Elise, you are a very successful and smart woman. You say you're not rich, but you make nearly $100,000 a year. Okay. And? Why don't you just let me and Madeline stay in your apartment and you can move somewhere else? What did you just say? Your house is small. We wanted to move into the house, but Mom and Dad always nag us, so we can't live with them. We need our own space, but won't be approved for our own apartment. You can move in with Mom and Dad again. You brought me here to tell me to get out of my own place and give it to you? I mean, at your age, shouldn't you be living on your own? Dude! I was living alone until I let you guys move in! At this point, I think we should all move back into my house so that you're both being monitored all day. No! Most people don't live with their parents at this point in life. Oh, but it's okay for me to move back in with them? What do you expect me to do? Let you live in my apartment while I continue to pay rent? Do you have any idea how outrageous that is? Besides, I already gave you $20,000. I loaned you that money. Okay, and what about it? How are you going to pay me back? What do you mean? I mean, you borrowed that much money from me already, and now you're going to have to pay the rent too. How can you afford that? Besides, I'm not going to move out. You say I'm rich, but I spent 8 years in university and I have hundreds of thousands in student debt. That's why I'm trying to live more frugally now. But most people don't earn nearly as much money as you do per year. If you were more responsible, you'd be able to pay those off sooner. Yeah, I make more, but I have more to pay back. Plus, I'm paying to take care of Mom and Dad, and now I'm spending money on you. Why do you feel comfortable even asking me for this kind of favor? Because you're not even my real sister. We're not related by blood. Your real parents didn't want you and you were thrown out. You got adopted by my parents. I don't see what this has to do with you trying to take over my home. Plus, I already gave you $20,000. You can use that to get your own place. That's not enough. Yes, it is. You can pay your deposit and the first month or two of rent. I think you two are the ones who need to leave. Ugh, you are killing me here. Why are you so stubborn? Because you are being an entitled prick. Excuse me, could we get the check? Thank you. I can't believe you told me to get out of my own apartment and let you use it. That's not legal. I'm on the lease. You're more stupid than I previously thought. No need to be hateful. I don't think you have any right to be parenting me. You're not my mom. You're not even my real sister. Get out of my life. How can you say that when you're literally living in my apartment right now? Where do you think you're sleeping tonight? I'm uncomfortable being around you. I feel like you're just some aunt I don't know. 10 years is a big gap, and I've never felt like we were brother and sister, even when we were kids. Think about me. How do you think I'm feeling right now? I feel like I'm being suffocated by you. You've always looked down on me and said that I'm a lazy leech who doesn't do anything for himself, and now you're accusing me of being a bad husband and father. Listen to yourself. Can't you understand why I'm so upset with you? So, because you're feeling suffocated, it gives you the right to make fun of me for getting divorced, losing my baby, and being your adopted sister? You've been given everything for your whole life, and now you're suffering the consequences. I'm not the bad guy here. I am simply the messenger. If you really can't stand being around me, you can find yourself another place to stay. Oh, and I talked to Mom and Dad already. They were relieved to have you out of the house. There's no way they are going to want you back in there. And you know what? If you're really going to be such a brat about it, maybe I will leave for a few days and stay with my friend. I can't stand being around you! Elise, come on. Don't be like this. Get out of here. You can find your own ride home. Elise! I'm going to call Mom and let her know that you and Madeline are moving back in with them. But you know what? I'm not going to stop there. I think I'm going to move in with everyone in 2 months. Back into my own house that I own. My lease is almost up and maybe I won't renew it. With me back in the house, Mom and Dad can be taken care of and I can make sure you don't take advantage of them. Elise, how could you say that?
Babe, what's wrong? I couldn't sleep, so I was just hanging out in the living room. What's wrong? You look upset.
Shut up. Don't say anything.
What did you say to Elise to get her in such a bad mood? She sounded furious when she came inside. I went out to check what was going on, but she already left. What did you do?
I said shut up!
Get over here right now. I will not allow you to speak to me that way.
Oh, for the love of God! Leave me alone! You are so annoying!
Why is everyone picking on me? I've done nothing wrong. Oh, your phone is ringing.
Who is it?
It's Elise.
Answer it for me.
Okay. Hello? Elise?
Hi, Madeline.
What's up?
You're not sleeping? It's getting pretty late, isn't it?
I was trying to sleep, but I couldn't. I heard you guys come in earlier, so I came out, but you were gone by then. What were you two talking about?
I'm afraid that's none of your business.
Ever since Aaron got home, neither of us have been able to sleep. He seems stressed. I just want to know what's going on.
Give him the phone.
She wants to speak to you.
Oh, what is it now? You can't even admit to her what you're in trouble for? What do you mean? This little jerk. You know what I'm talking about. Why are you cursing at me? There's no need to call me names. Do you know what you did wrong or not? Are you even able to admit it to yourself? Why are you being like this? It's late. Where did you go anyways? That's none of your business. Have you been drinking? Why are you acting like this? I drank when I was with you, remember? You're starting to make me really angry. If I were you, I would watch what I say. Girl, get off the phone. You're just going to make yourself even more upset. I know you're right, but I want to give them a piece of my mind. I know you do, but this isn't the right way. Hang up and we can hang out, okay? Why are you crying? There's no reason for you to be upset. Stop drinking! Please! Why? It would be a shame for the rest of this beer to go to waste, wouldn't it? I'm almost done. Please, stop drinking! You're supposed to go to work tomorrow. You're going to be so hungover. I need to get to bed too. I have work as well. I wish we didn't have to go to work. I just want to sleep all day. Maybe you're right. We need to be responsible adults. Let's go to sleep. I can't think anymore anyways. Do you want to borrow some of my pajamas? Here, you can wear these. If you need to, you can borrow some of my clothes tomorrow morning, too. Thanks, Addie. I owe you. Why are you still crying? I'm going to start getting upset soon if you keep crying like that. You really have puppy eyes, you know? Why are you letting them get to you like this? Why do the people in my life always need something from me? I offered to let them live with me, and now they're making my life miserable. I'm finally getting so fed up with how they've been treating me. That's valid. I've been telling you to be harsher and to get angrier. You can't let them walk all over you like this. And every time they pull this kind of stunt, you give in immediately. I'm weak. I don't want to disappoint them. It's exactly like when I was studying abroad. Why are you always bringing up your study abroad trip? What does this have to do with anything? One of the professors always treated their students like this and constantly using his students to do work for him. He would find someone with a weak personality who he knew didn't want to disappoint him, and then he would use them the entire term. Eventually, he was investigated for it, but he threatened the students and he made them say that he didn't do anything wrong. The other students just sat by and watched, but didn't say anything. One day, the student he was using at the time snapped and screamed at him. She threatened to expose him, and she cursed at him for a long time. We were all shocked that she finally snapped, and also that she held out for so long. People who manipulate others or take advantage of them are horrible and don't deserve second chances. You never told me that story. That's crazy that he got away with it for so long. Yeah, I feel like you needed to hear it. You have to be sure about these kinds of things. Like them manipulating you. You constantly play the devil's advocate and assume they are really suffering rather than using you. If I get really angry, though, I'm afraid it's going to negatively affect them. It hurts my feelings and I feel like it's a shame, but for a long time I couldn't allow myself to get angry. I guess I've been feeling that way for the past 5 or 6 months. Tomorrow, when you get off work, go home. Tell them to get out and that they are no longer welcome in your apartment or your parents' home. If it goes poorly or you just need some additional support, feel free to come here for another day or 2. They need a reality check and a good wake-up call. They can't keep abusing all of the people in their lives. You're right. Thank you for your advice. I feel much better now. Good night. Good night. Mom! Oh, you're here. How is Addie feeling? Is she still sick? Yes, she's still feeling sick, but I'm sure she'll feel better soon. I'm happy you've been going over to see her more now that she's not feeling well. It's good for you to support your friends, you know. Yeah, you're right. Where are Madeline and Darren? Oh, Madeline said she was taking Sam to the library today. Got it. Mom, can you watch Sam for a little bit? Why? He's spending the day with his mom. I need to speak with Madeline privately. I want to take her out to dinner. I feel like it's been tense ever since I moved back in and they joined us in the house. I noticed you did a bunch of cleaning around the house last night. Any particular reason why? I just thought it might be a nice thing to do for you guys. The two of them have been leaving messes everywhere. It's like they're tornadoes. And they never clean up after themselves. I don't want this to be more stressful for you and Dad. Okay, go speak to her. Maybe she can help Aaron to get a grip. Now that we're all living together again, it feels like everyone wants to be loud all the time. I see Aaron is still in his room and he's blasting music so loud. What's the point in that? No regard for the other people in this house. I'm sorry I moved us back in, Mom. I know you wanted some peace and quiet. But honestly, I missed you guys a lot. I'm happy we get to live together again. Now I can save money and help you guys more. I'm glad you're here, dear. You're going to help them send Sam to that daycare, aren't you? Sam deserves a nice place to stay while they're working. Yes, Mom. I'll help them out. Are you finished eating?
Yeah.
Me too. It was yummy. Madeline?
Yeah?
You see me as a pushover, don't you?
No. Why are you asking me that? I'm scared when you ask these kinds of questions to me so suddenly.
You say I'm scary when I suddenly ask questions, but I think that's because I don't usually question you. I heard you and Aaron say you need to make this work for the next 3 years or so. Is that right? I don't think that's going to work. I was going to let you guys stay with us for that time, but this just feels like a weird situation to me. I don't understand how it would work. I've been worried about you two, so I allowed you to move back in with us into the family house. But neither of you have made efforts to get a job yet.
I can explain. I was going to get a job, but I just feel really uncomfortable leaving Sam alone for that long every day. Please don't misunderstand me. And Aaron is having a hard time right now, too.
There's no need for you to explain. I don't want you to beg or try to sway me to believe you. You were so young when you got pregnant, and I understand why you wanted to send him to that nice private school. You moved in with me, and now we're living with my parents, and I understand it must be stressful for you. I can't imagine how hard it must be for you. You're doing good raising Sam. You're a good mom. I was almost a mom too, you know.
Really?
Yes, but I lost my baby. So honestly, I'm a little jealous of you and Aaron, because you have a beautiful son you get to raise. I think I've been really hard on you, and I really should have been harder on Aaron. You just want to take care of your son. That's why you're not getting a job, and that's why you're stressed, right?
Well, yes.
But what's Aaron's excuse? He just doesn't want to work.
But
No buts. It's true. He just doesn't want to accept his responsibilities. You know, Madeline, I think you've been doing a great job. You had him at such a young age, and you've been trying your best. But in order to give Sam the best life you can, you need to work for it. What are you going to do if he needs new clothes? Or if he gets hurt and has to go to the doctor? I gave you money, didn't I? That's enough for now, but it's not enough forever. You both need to start working.
you did give us money, and I really appreciate it. But you're right. It's not enough to get by. The thing is, I need to stay home and take care of Sam. There's no way for me to get a job right now. I only have my associate's degree anyway. What kind of job am I going to be able to get with such little experience?
Why do you feel like you're the only one who can take care of Sam? You have Aaron, you have our parents, and you have me. Plus, you're going to send him to a daycare, right? There are plenty of people who can help you make this work.
It's hard, that's all. I became a mom so young, I feel like it's all I'm good at now.
I understand that. I can see where you're coming from. But I don't think it's enough. I know you don't like living here. You and Aaron have both made it clear that it's uncomfortable living in this house with the entire family. Despite that, you two moved back in, tried to kick me out of my own apartment, and now are living in my house yet again. You guys keep saying you want to leave, so you're going to have to start putting in some effort.
I know that. But you're right. It is frustrating to live together in this house with you all. I don't enjoy these conversations where you just shout at me and we talk in circles.
You're the ones who told me to give you my apartment and to let you live there for free, aren't you?
There you go again. I'm sorry we suggested that, okay? It was a stupid idea. You don't have to speak down to us. Who are you to stick your nose so high? You're not better than us. What do you know about raising a family anyway? Not like you have any kids to take care of.
Your son is my nephew, and I'd like to think I've been able to help you guys take care of him. I don't have my own kid because my baby died. That doesn't mean I can't give you advice on how to be a responsible adult.
Elise, that's not what I meant. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring up the baby.
Forget it. You two don't seem to care about the long-term results of your decisions now. You two want me to send him to a private preschool? You two want to continue to mooch off of me and my parents without having to work. Why should I have to take on any of that responsibility? There's no point in me bringing this up again. It's clear that you two don't care to listen to me in the first place. I'm done being a pushover and letting you two walk all over me. If you want to stay in this house, you need to start working. Both of you. Save your own money and figure it out on your own. You've already borrowed so much money from my parents and I. It's going to take a while for you to pay us back.
What do you mean, pay you back?
What? Aaron didn't tell you? All that money we've been giving you guys isn't coming for free. You have to pay it all back. So you better start earning money now.
What? Why would you give us such a big loan and expect us to pay it back? You know we don't have any money. I've never handled a loan before. My parents paid for my school when I went. Why do we have to repay you? You're our family.
You are both so shameless.
You said you would give it to us and now you expect us to repay you? We are family.
Yes, we're family. And that's great, but let's be honest with ourselves here. What have you ever done for our family that makes you feel like we consider you our family? Besides letting us spend time with your son, what have you ever done for us to make us feel like your family? Have you ever taken us out to dinner? Cooked for us at home? Oh, maybe you helped clean the house a few times. Oh wait, you hate to clean. You always make my mom do it. I can't think of a single time you've done something for us.
Let me think. I'm sure I've done something. I'm sure I did something.
I don't think there's any point for you to think about it more. People like you don't care about others. You're only focused on yourselves. If you want to stay here for 3 years, you're going to have to be prepared to pay rent and contribute to the household. Hey, Mom. What's up? Why haven't you been answering my calls? Oh, I'm sorry. I was out with Madeline. Do you need me to head home? Yes, please. I need your help with some stuff around the house. Okay, then I'll head back now. Should I pick up a treat for you on my way back? Like some ice cream or cookies from the store? No, I just got into bed. I'm getting ready to go to sleep. What kind of snack do I need at this hour? You're right, Mom. See you soon. Madeline, go close the door to my mom's room.
What? Why?
Did you not hear me? My mom's not asleep yet, so go close the door.
Oh, okay.
Aaron, for as long as I've known you, I've tried to take care of you in any way I could. I helped you get through high school by tutoring you and even helped you get your first job. Now I've allowed you to stay in my home and I've loaned you money. Elise. I never doubted you and I have no regrets for what I've done for you guys. Anytime you've asked me for something, I've done it for you. I always do it for you. But the way you make me feel now, I can't keep living like this. For the past few months, I've been trying to accommodate your needs, but I don't think I can do it anymore. Why are you acting like this suddenly? Are you trying to imply that I'm doing something wrong? I think you're the one in the wrong here. Dragging my wife away to go and lecture her without me present. Now you come home just to shout at me. I'm the one who did something wrong? Me? Answer me! Okay, fine. I'm sorry, okay? I'm genuinely sorry. I messed up. I know I did. If you're really so sorry, get out. What? I need to live my life without you making it more difficult. I let you live in my house. I loaned you a ton of money. I can't do it anymore. Get out of my house. No way.
Elise, what happened? I thought we were making progress at dinner. You sounded like you were going to let us keep trying. Aaron, don't hit her! Stop! Hey, don't push him! Babe, are you okay?
I'm sorry, sis. I told you I'm sorry.
Please, Elise, reconsider.
Do you know how much I've done for you? And for you to tell me I'm not your real sister. To bring up my dead child and my divorce. Ever since I was in high school and you were in elementary school, I worked a part-time job. And I gave you money to spend with your friends. I never expected you to pay me back for it. Oh, and what about your phone? The phone you're using right now is the one I bought you, right? Please stop. I get it. You don't need to make yourself sound all high and mighty, okay? I felt bad for wanting to cut ties with you. Because I love Sam and he's so young. I wanted you two to grow up and to be good parents. But you two don't seem like you really want to be parents. Or at least you don't seem to realize how much work it takes. Aaron, you refuse to get a job to support your family while also refusing to take care of your son or do any housework. You spend all day on your computer. Madeline, you say you can't get a job because you have to watch Sam, but you spend most of your time on your phone and make my mom watch him. Whatever. I'm done speaking. Leave. You're no longer welcome here. I will not be giving you any more money from now on.
What are we supposed to do about Sam? Think about him. You don't want him to be homeless, do you?
Taking care of your family is not my responsibility. What is going on out here? Why are you all shouting? Mom, you're still awake? I asked you what's going on. Why are you telling them to get out, and why are they begging you to let them stay? I'm getting a headache from all the noise. I don't know what's going on, but someone better start explaining.
It's not what you think.
Did you really try to get my daughter to move out of her own apartment so you could stay there?
No, we never said that. She's just making it up. It's just a misunderstanding.
You don't know this yet, but you are a terrible liar. I heard everything. I can't believe you two. I knew it was about time for you to show your true colors. Were you two trying to squat in her house? Are you going to take over our house, too? There is no point in me listening to your lousy excuses. I've honestly been tired of having you two around. You make my life harder than it needs to be. Tell you what, you have 1 month to find a place to live, but you need to get out by then.
What do you mean? You know we don't have any money. How are we going to rent our own place without any money?
1 month is enough time to figure everything out. We've given you nearly 10 months to figure it out, and you haven't made a single change. I think you two could use a reality check. Mom, how could you say something like that? It's horrible. It's the truth, Aaron. I'm done cleaning up after you spoiled brats. Why didn't you tell me you were planning on kicking them out? I didn't want to stress you out more than I know you already are. You didn't have to handle this all on your own. I know you've been having a hard time dealing with the both of them. I'm okay, Mom. I didn't want you to worry. This needed to be done. They've been taking advantage of us for too long. What are they going to do? Where are they going to stay? I am still a bit worried about them. We don't have to worry about them anymore. It's not our problem. I think that if we keep letting them get away with this behavior, they're never going to grow up. It's good to help our loved ones, but there is a line that shouldn't be crossed. If they're really struggling, I'm sure they'll reach out again. We can help them, but we can't bail them out every time. I hate that I dislike them so much. I mean, he's my son. She's my daughter-in-law. Why do I hate them? What about Sam? I don't want him to have a bad life. I don't either. I think that if they aren't fit to take care of them, we might need to call social services. I feel so bad for them. They were both smart, you know. Madeline is smart. She was very studious and had big dreams of a prestigious career. I know she's smart. I think they've just made some poor decisions. It hurts me too, to see them like this. But they need to learn. I don't want this to go on any longer. I'm so sorry to hear about this. It's embarrassing to learn that your adult daughter is still acting like a child. I'm sorry for all of the trouble she has caused you. No need to apologize. My son is worse than she is. The reason we contacted you is that we wanted you to know what was going on. We're both parents and we both care about our children, right? I feel so embarrassed. Maybe I wasn't a good enough mother and that's why he's turned out like this. I feel the exact same way. I keep thinking that maybe I'm the reason she's unable to mature. I've been sending her $1,500 every month since last year. Really? She told us that you and your husband were broke. That you burned through all of your savings and were unable to support her. That's why we let her and Aaron move back in with us. What do you think they did with all of that money you were sending them? I have no idea. She told me that she wanted to go back to school and needed some help paying for it, so I sent her the money. At first, I was happy to do it, but lately, I've been suspicious. Every time I ask her about school, she ends up being very vague. She said she's sending Sam to a nice private school. Is that true? I sent them more money since I know it's expensive. Wow! We had no idea you were sending them money. They never mentioned it, and she hasn't attended school since she went to the community college. She said she was going to university. That's why she couldn't get a job. You're telling me she never went to school and she's been living here rent-free since August? She doesn't work or study, and Sam's not in that nice school yet. It's true. She hasn't gone to school. In addition to taking your money, she took my money as well. I convinced her not to send Sam to the private school because she wanted me to pay for it all, and I couldn't afford it. I can't believe this. I seriously had no idea. Why was she lying to me for so long? I'm so embarrassed by her behavior. I'm so sorry, Mrs. Smith. I should have contacted you sooner. Thank you for telling me. I'm sure it must have been hard for you to put your foot down. I knew it was the right thing to do. It's their responsibility to take care of themselves now. I don't think there's any need for us to keep talking about the money. It's clear that they both stole from and lied to all of us. I think this actually presents us with the opportunity to help them get their lives back on track. You're right. You sound like a very mature woman, you know. I forgot how much I enjoy speaking with you. I'm so sorry for all of the trouble my daughter has caused you. No, please don't apologize. That's not what I want at all. I'm so sorry. She got pregnant so young and let it ruin her life. I couldn't teach her anything. But now I can take care of her again. What do you mean? Send all 3 of them to our house. I promise we will take care of them. There's an apartment for rent right next to us. It's small, but it's livable and it's all they need. I think Madeline ought to go back to school. Sam should go to a good preschool, and Aaron needs help getting a job. I will help them for 1 year, and if they don't get their stuff together, I won't help them any longer. I don't know if this is the best idea. The point of kicking them out is that they have to fend for themselves. But they have nowhere to go. Where are they going to live? They don't know anything about living on their own. They'll pay for everything themselves. I'm just going to help them get settled. That's all. I see where you're coming from. It sounds like a nice idea. After speaking with Madeline's mom, we sorted out a solution. Aaron, Madeline, and Sam all moved to live near her parents. Mrs. Smith was furious when she found out her daughter had been lying to her for so long, and I was enraged when I realized I had been wasting my hard-earned money on liars. Aaron and Madeline have begged for our forgiveness, but we've been having a hard time accepting it so far. I would never have been able to put up with their lies. Since they've moved into their own place, both Aaron and Madeline have gotten full-time jobs. It's part of the conditions they were given by her parents. Madeline is working as a waitress in a restaurant, and apparently she hates working in customer service.
Sir, I'm swamped over here. I have so many tables, there's no way I can handle them all at the same time. Samantha, what are you doing here in the back? Customers are waiting for you to take care of their bills. You're supposed to be at the register.
Whatever. I'm on my break.
Samantha! Samantha!
I'm listening to music. Can't hear you.
Hey!
Oh, goodness. You scared me. No need to yank out my earbuds.
You're supposed to be working, but you're just sitting in the back listening to music and scrolling on TikTok? Unacceptable.
Why are you being like this? I've seen you listening to music on the job, too.
Well, I don't listen to music when we have a rush. I came here to earn money. I assume that you did too. But you're not doing anything to earn your wage.
I was working. Are you my boss? What gives you the right to talk to me like that? Are you the one giving me money? I don't think so. Get lost.
Wow. I can't believe how awful you teenagers act nowadays. It's my first time meeting a kid as rude as you. I'm going to tell our boss how horrible you are, and then you'll be sorry.
Go for it. Good luck getting him to be mad at me.
Mr. Garcia, Samantha never works. She always sits in the back listening to music and playing on her phone. She hasn't done any work all day. I've been doing everything on my own. Just take the cameras. I'm exhausted and she's still just sitting there.
If you don't like it, then get out. She is doing just fine and we don't need you to do our jobs well.
What? Why are you firing me? I need to work to survive. She's the one you should be firing. Why are you telling me to get lost when I'm the one who hasn't done anything wrong? Oh, I get it. You have a thing for her.
You watch your mouth. She's my niece. How dare you insinuate that she and I are having an inappropriate relationship? If you don't like the way I run my business, then you can get out. Have fun looking for a new job.
What? Fine, I'll shut up about it. Just let me keep working here, please.
Oh, look at how many more customers just came in. Looks like you better get to work, Madeline.
I'm on it.
In the end, Madeline and Aaron had to learn how to work in an unfair world. They discovered that things don't come for free and that they have to work for what they want out of life. Sam has been going to a nice daycare and has made a lot of friends. He visits us often and says he still loves to spend time with his aunt and grandparents. Aaron has come around the house a few times and has offered to do things for us. He even took our dad to a doctor's appointment. It seems like things are starting to get better. They're both growing and maturing, and I couldn't be happier to see it. Thank you for listening to our story. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content just like this. And why not leave us a comment in the comment section down below. See you in the next video.